Hello YouTube, I am Shaggy, I am Philalitea, and my mind is still on forgiveness and unforgivable sin. I'm still trying to prove, I suppose, that I know what I'm talking about when I speak, and the example that I go to in my mind, if I were going to teach you how you could know what I know, is the only prayer that Jesus gave to his followers. Prayers are magic incantations, okay? They're also reminders of your, not just your daily goals, but of your sacred goals, your sacred obligations. This is why in Islam and other religions, you have to pray specific prayers at specific times of day, facing specific places. You have to be constantly reminded of your way of life because it's not integral to your being. This is why philosophy and the religions that were infected by philosophy approach things differently. Skepticism, Christianity, anything chasing the good life doesn't need to be reminded. The Ten Commandments aren't reminders of how to behave. They're what you will do. They're shouts. They're shalls. They're wills. This is how you will behave when you are enlightened. And so what did Jesus tell us? What was the prayer? A prayer is a magic incantation. It's an ask. It's a request from God that you expect to be answered. Just like you pray to a king for favors. Well, you pray to God for favors. And so what was the magic incantation that Jesus gave us? He gave us the Lord's Prayer, right? O Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come in the future. Thy will be done now on earth as it is in heaven. This is still in the future. For people who don't believe me that the for and forgive is in the future, Christianity is obsessed with future magic. It's obsessed with the future. The now sucks. The only way that the now is not going to suck is if the future doesn't suck. And the only way the future is not going to suck is if everyone is building toward a future. And this is the one thing that Jesus told us to ask God for. Give us today our daily bread, and let us be forgiven for our trespasses in exactly the manner that we forgive those who trespass against us. And what that means is that we're asking forgiveness for things that lines that we've crossed that we're unaware of, that we have to, and that we're going to continue crossing in the future. We're asking for mercy. Don't destroy us for crossing boundaries, trespassing. And we're saying that you will forgive us because we forgive others. This is how in Matthew chapter 12, the passage that Alex O'Connor and those other two dudes were talking about, the chapter they were talking about. The other guy kept talking about Matthew 25 as well to keep it in the correct book. But Jesus is talking about sins that he's being accused of, and he's saying, well, God will forgive me of these sins. He'll forgive me of this trespass against his writ and against what men have said God wants from us, because what God most wants from us is to do good things to one another. And what that means is that he'll forgive us if we forgive one another. So if you forgive me for working miracles on the Sabbath, I will forgive you for being a corrupt politician. That's how it works. That's what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is giving people mercy into the future. That's all it can be.